what it is, what's happening. Long day. And boom, it's home. We just got back from Philly. Bought this truck from a guy I know, and it is cool. And it was just an extremely long day. 52 Chevy with a Holmes 440 and an old school mechanical operated wheel lift. I believe it's what they call a K-bar add-on wheel lift. So it actually just gets bolted to the back of the truck. Whew. Like I said, long day. First we had, it's about a 2.5 hour ride from here. We had a flat valve stem, dry rotted, broke off. Stop at a tire store in NTB. They don't have any rubber valve stems in stock. Unbelievable. So it's already flat. So we drive to an AutoZone. I buy a pack of 2 of these and a small screwdriver, and I shoved it in there. Done that before. Go down the street to the Wawa. Mind you, we're in the hood of Wilmington. Go down the street to the Wawa, and the air thing's broke. Go across, or actually go up the street more into the city of Wilmington to the Royal Farms, and the air thing, it pumps air, but the nozzle, the tip inside of it, it's broke. Back down the road to where Newcastle and Wilmington meet. Go to that Wawa, and it works, but it must have took 15 minutes to put 40 pounds of air in his tire. And then we got back on 95 to head to Philly. But we made it. We got it home. So let me spin you around. So it's a 52 Chevy cab front clip mounted on an 84 30 series Chevy. The really worst part about this whole entire truck is the actual tow bed. As you can see, it's got some rust. Somebody's kind of made a patch there to hide it. The bed's the worst part about this entire truck. You can see. Then somebody tried to remake the bed sides on this side, and I don't know what they were thinking, but it's a terrible job. But we're going to look past all that. We're going to look at the truck. This thing runs and drives. It's not hateful. It's got a couple spots, you know. I mean, it's allowed to. It's old as it is. But at the end of the day, it's a running, driving truck. It's really cool. So, it's got 350 in it. Brakes work, clutch works, wrecker, it goes up and down, wheel lift goes up and down. It all works. So, this makes truck number, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6. But I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to own that? Is that thing badass or what? So, what am I going to do? Well, it runs, it drives. Like I said, the worst part about this truck is the actual bed. Now, lucky for me, I've been around these trucks my whole life, so I know how they come apart and go together and all that. I'm actually talking to a guy that has the bed. The boom actually, this all actually unbolts out of this floor, so I can take all that out, take the bed off, and replace the bed. I think is what I'm going to do. I found a bed over in Elkton, Maryland, which actually looks like the other side. This side somebody made. It's terrible. So the bed would look just like this bed. How it's got the low deck. So guy over in Maryland's got one. I've been talking to him. I can buy it really cheap and reasonable. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's the best way to fix this, because the floor in this bed is not great. It's got some rust up there, and it's got a hole back there. The time I would spend trying to fix this bed versus just buying one and bolting it on and going is probably the way to go. I'm not painting the truck. I'm not doing anything with the cab of the truck. It needs some stuff fixed on it. Like the wipers don't work. All the lights work. The thing fires right up and runs. It's a running, driving truck. But there's just a handful of just stuff that needs to be gone over and straightened out and fixed. But the biggest thing is this bed. That's what I'm going to concentrate on. And I'm not, now that I own the truck, now that it's home, if I score this other bed for a decent price, great. I'll get it. I'll go over to bed, clean it up, get it ready for paint, put it on this truck. I'll probably just paint it something like what's on here now, so it somewhat matches. It doesn't have to be perfect. But I want to leave the truck the way it is. Maybe try to clean the paint up some. Leather the doors, I'm leaving it. I'm going to drive it. I think it's cool. But like I said, I got a handful of things I want to do to it. And it's all little stuff that just, I want to replace. Like this stuff around the window. The bottom of this door jamb. It's pretty solid here, but in here, somebody's made a patch. I want to fix that. And somebody's made a patch here on the floor. I want to fix that so that it keeps the cab strong. The guy gave me a bunch of old school lights and stuff for the truck. We're going to just try to clean all this up. Treat the bottom of the door. The door's not rotted out, just it's got like some surface rust, so we'll probably treat that with our silver paint. And I've got some door panels. They're just cardboard on these things. We'll replace like the weather stripping and all. That's interesting. Written in pencil, 1946. Wonder what that is. But it's a pretty cool truck. I saw this truck for sale either 2 or 3 years ago. It was over in New Jersey, and I wanted it then, but I just didn't have the cash for it. And then this guy I know, he bought it. And I thought he was going to keep it, but he said he just wasn't really into it. So he had it up for sale, and we made a deal, and I brought her home. Hauled her home with the old F-150. And it did a pretty good job. Again, we got another piece of junk home that we really don't need to buy. But hey, you only live once. You only go around the earth once. And for all the guys that always wonder, where do you find this stuff? Where do you find this stuff? Well, this one I knew about because I knew he had it, and then he put it up for sale, and I messaged him. A lot of this stuff I can find just like you guys can find it. Marketplace. Word of mouth. This Toyota I bought 6-7 years ago. It was on one of the groups on Facebook that I'm on, and they always post this every so many weeks or a month. They put projects for sale for $2,000 and less, and that's where I found that. It was a couple hours from home. I went and got it. I built a motor for it, lifted it, put tires on it, and well, that's where it sits. Nobody drives it. It's tagged and insured. Nobody drives it. But I find this junk just like anybody else could find this junk. That black Jeep over there was actually a whole truck. If you remember, I bought it for the bed so that I could fix the gold one that's in the garage or the carport there. The Bronco's a buddy of mine's, so I know somebody's going to ask. And then, of course, that's the rat wrecker that's got the Crown Vic suspension in it. But this junk, it can be bought just like anybody else can buy it. Now, the brown Jeep, a buddy of mine did tell me about that one, but the black one with the white bed, I found that on Marketplace, made a deal, bought it. We used the rear section of the frame, and eventually the bed's something's always got to fly on you. Eventually the bed will find its way on the gold truck one of these days. I'm a great project starter. Start a project and walk away from it. But actually we are going to get back on the J10 because I need it out of that spot so I can put some other junk there. So that was the great project that I've been kind of keeping to myself. I was keeping it under wraps until I actually physically had it here. It's here. You guys will see some more content on this truck as time goes on. I'd like to really get the square body Chevy wrecker up and running and driving. before I tear into this one. The only thing I'm really going to tear into, like I said, is this bed. I'm pretty positive I'm just going to replace the whole bed. I think it's just easier. The bed I found is identical to what this bed originally was before somebody cut and made this side. I just need to go put my eyes on it. Guy sent me a bunch of pictures of it. It looks pretty good in the pictures, but I still want to go put my eyeballs on it. We might do that this weekend. If I got time, we'll run up there and take a look at it, and then maybe make a number deal on it, and then we'll get it home and get it cleaned up so we can put some paint on it. And then literally it's going to be just unbolt that one, we'll bolt this one on, and get the boom back on it. I don't want to spend a million years cleaning and painting everything. I want to break it down, put it back together as quick as I can. But yeah, I'm really excited to get this thing here. I'm really excited. So look, holler at your boy, keeps it reals. I'm gonna get it off of this trailer. The trailer put away. It's been a long day. Holler at you.